The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he's got room. And bulldozing his way through.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
To throw Mariota. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A Titan 1st down. Mariota to Walker.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Arakpo in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Mariota now on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 9 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Mariota on 3rd and 2. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second down, Mariota. And running with power here. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now a second down throw for Mariota. Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Even though that one was incomplete, you could see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. They find some open field here. And he slides to avoid the hit. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Mariota. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready. Flag 32. Flag 32.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He's going to air one out, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Mariota on first down. Complete. Smith has it. And now running right through it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Walker. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. Walker, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Taylor going to run the option right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On third down, Taylor. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Out come the Titans now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mariota now sets up the screen to Lewis. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mariota now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He dumps it off for Henry. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Mariota to throw it. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now Mariota. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Again, it's Mariota. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 3rd down, it's Lewis, and he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Dion Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Terrell Suggs. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action, now Taylor. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Looking long for Thomas. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. To throw again is Taylor. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Saints get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. Now, Dion Lewis to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Play fake. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
Exactly what they printed up. Stop them on
the magic marker boards.
Yeah, those two.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And this is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Wagner. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3-19.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd down, here's Taylor, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got room to run past the 20. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Take it at the 37. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 43. On play action, Mariota. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. To throw on 2nd down. Taylor. Throw left side complete. It's Wagner. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor. And that's complete to Lewis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action now. Taylor. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Terrell Suggs in on the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get it.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Nashville. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Now Taylor. Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Muscles him off. That's caught. It's Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Dancing to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Mariota. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet. In. Second down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Z. Very nice, very nice.
Play action, it's Taylor. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A gain of 39 that time. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now Taylor on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Titans getting set to go. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
To throw is Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now Taylor to throw on second down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's inter. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And so Ted Ginn's gonna go. 30, past the 20. And he's gonna take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead, and I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote on your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments, and I can't believe I just brought that up, because Frank Reich at Maryland in college did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like you still harbor some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. 1 possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go.
He's back to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for New Orleans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.